Hi, this is Nam from Easy Sunday Club, and today we're going to talk about scanners and the best scanners you should buy as an artist in 2023. So, you're an artist, you make beautiful art, you probably make it in some sort of medium such as watercolor or acrylic or pencil, and your job's not finished after that. You still need to digitize your art. So how do you do that? You do it with a scanner. A scanner was one of the first purchases we made for our business. That's because when you are an artist and working in medium like watercolor, pencil, or acrylic, it's one of the best and consistent ways to digitize your art. Sure, you can take a digital picture of it, but depending on the size and medium, you can run into issues such as shadow and light pollution, and that will be minimized with a scanner. That being said, your job isn't over after you purchase a scanner and scan the art in. You'll have to also clean up the image. Another useful thing about scanners is that it usually comes with software that can help clean up your scan and get rid of texture lines from the watercolor paper or get rid of light pollution. Cathy has made a video about her entire scanning workflow, so if you're interested in it, there's going to be a link below. There are, of course, limitations to a scanner, mainly the size that it can scan. So most scanner beds are going to be 8.5 by 11.7 inches. So if you make art that is bigger than that, then you'll have to scan your art in several sections, and then you have to stitch all those sections together. Cathy has a video that will help you walk you through that. But of course, there will be art pieces where this isn't even possible because it's so much bigger that you can't even do that. So in that case, you will need to photograph it, and that's a whole different workflow. So before you go purchase a scanner, there are certain considerations that you should look into. First consideration is DPI, so that's dots per inch. So for good quality, I recommend 4800 DPI and above. High-end scanners are going to go up to 9600 DPI, and what DPI you need really depends on what medium you're trying to scan in. If it's art, film, slides, photos, or documents, it just depends. If it's just black and white documents, very low quality, like 2400 DPI or something like that. Very high-end film, you'll want the highest quality. The next thing is color depth. So that's how many colors it can pick up with each scan. So 48 bits is standard for good art scanners, whereas a document scanner will likely only have 32 bits or less. Next is the physical size of the scanner. So this is the weight of the scanner and its footprint that it'll take up on your desk. So this really depends on how much space you have and whether or not you want it to be quote unquote portable. If you're lugging your scanner around from work and home, then you want a thinner scanner. But if you have a permanent studio or working area and you have the space, then size doesn't matter. Next is a scanning bed size. This is the area in which the scanner can actually scan. Like I said earlier, most scanners have a scanning area of about the size of one sheet of US size paper, which is 8.5 by 11.7 inches. But there are scanners that are bigger, but as we'll discuss later, this will really increase the price. The last consideration is the speed of the scanning. So when you are doing a high volume of documents or doing a crazy archiving project, then you want something that will scan really fast. But if you're just an artist who's trying to get the best and highest quality scan of the artwork, expect about 10 to 20 seconds per scan, and maybe the speed of the scan isn't as important to you. With all that boring background stuff out of the way, let's get into the actual scanners. For this list, I have them organized by 3 different categories. I have low-end scanners, which I consider $150 and below. I have mid-tier scanners, which are about $250 to $500. And then I have high-end scanners, which are $500 and above. And as you'll see with the high-end, the prices get quickly out of hand. So first are the low-end scanners. The cheapest scanner that we have on our list is called the Canon 300 flatbed scanner. It's 14.5. I have the stats here. The good thing about the scanner is that the scanner quality is the barest and minimalist scanner I'm comfortable recommending at 2400 DPI. In general, I prefer scanners that are 4800 DPI and above. If you're just digitizing art for small greeting cards, this should be fine. At around $70 or so, it is reasonably priced to get your feet wet into the scanner world, and it has a compact size. It is also easy to use and has fade and dust removal features. The next low-end scanner is Epson V39. For a little bit more money than the Canon, I would actually go for the Epson V39 as an entry-level scanner. The DPI is double at 4800 and can be attained for around $100 to $130. The good thing about the scanner is that it is a relatively good value, just decent image quality, and is simple to use. It also has a high rise cover so that it can create some space to handle an oversized book or piece of art. The issues, of course, is that the image quality and ability to capture all the color depth of your art is not going to compare to some of the more expensive scanners, and is also not the fastest scanner. This next scanner is a scanner that we have, and I'm biased towards it. It's called the Epson Perfection V600 scanner. We own this, we love it, and if you notice, it's almost 3 times the weight of the Canon entry-level scanner at 9 pounds, and it packs a lot of hardware. So this can scan up to 6400 by 9600 dpi, which means it can scan a good image. And I can make a vivid reproduction up to 17 by 22 inches, which is what we do for our art prints. Like print out a max of 17 by 22 inches routinely. We have been using the scanner since 2016, and like I said before, it was one of our first business purchases. It has consistently scanned hundreds of Cathy's watercolors consistently and accurately, capturing the look and feel of her work. It hasn't had any mechanical issues or causes any problems. It just works and is reasonably priced. The scanner has been out since 2009, so I've seen used ones for as low as $150, which is the price for a new entry-level scanner anyway. The scanner brand new is around $300. I would say that this scanner is the best overall on my list due to the quality and the value, but if you need something bigger and better, then I have other scanners that will definitely have more specific use cases, but it will definitely put a bigger dent in your wallet. Next up is the Epson Perfection V850. So this is double the weight of the Epson V600 at 20 pounds. And what you get for that are quality scans up to 6400 by 9600 dpi. This is the scanner you need if you need superior image quality. It has some crazy bells and whistles such as a dual lens system, professional build, fast scans, smooth gradations and shadow detail features, an advanced optic system with a high reflection mirror and coatings for anti-reflection, automatic dust removal, and some of the best scanning software available. However, it'll only set you back around $1,300 if you want all of this. So there you go. For next up, for around the same price range, is the Canon CanoScan 9000F color image scanner. Now this has the highest DPI of all the scanners on my list at 9600 by 9600 DPI. The good thing about this scanner is that it is fast and easy to use, has the best and easiest auto scanning and image editing features such as dust removal, scratch removal, fading and backlighting adjustments, and the lid is also adjustable to handle larger mediums. As a result of the cohesiveness of the hardware and automatic image optimization algorithms, it creates a great digital reproduction of your image, and in some cases can make your image even better without the user requiring a lot of technical know-how. And most expensive scanner is the Epson Expression 12000 XL GA flatbed scanner, and it costs $3,300. Why, you ask? Well, because the scanning area is 12.2 inches by 17.2 inches versus the usual scanning area size of 8.5 inches by 11.7 inches. With the normal scanner, if you have artwork bigger than a US-sized piece of paper, you're going to have to scan your artwork in and stitch it back together using an image editing software. No matter how fast and efficient you get at doing this, it will still take time. So if your time is valuable and you want to save time in your workflow from having to scan in larger artworks and stitching them together all the time, this $3,300 Epson 12000 might be worth it to you. The scanning quality is not as good as some of the other scanners on this list, as the quality is 2400 by 4800 dpi, but it should be good enough for most use cases. Also, since this is an Epson product, it still has good image editing options, software, and hardware to capture a decent image with shadows and highlights intact. It just won't be the best of the best. To sum everything up, if I were to get a scanner right now, I would still go for the Epson Perfection V600 because it's reasonably priced at $150 to $250, depending if you get it new or used. It's been used by tons of artists for a while now, and it creates great quality scans. You just want to be able to have something that works, is consistent, and everybody else in the industry uses. You're an artist. I want you to focus on your art and not have to focus on these stupid technical hardware tools. So this wraps up my scanners for this year. We have Amazon links to purchase the scanners below, and always check to see if there are options to buy used, refurbished on eBay, or OfferUp if you want further savings. For the most part, I didn't see a global supply chain shortage with these projects at the time of making this video, so happy shopping. I hope this was helpful and have fun digitizing your artwork. And we always end it with our tagline: you don't have to have everything figured out. You just have to take the next step. And thank you.